Hello. Yeah. Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. So, yeah. Good evening, sir. Prem, sir. Good evening.
Namaste, good evening.
Yeah. Uh, yes, ma'am. Should we start?
Yes, Hemantji, please start. It's live.
Okay. Okay. Well, good evening to all of you once again. We're there to talk about the mind concept, the healing concept, the same thing again. How to awaken the healing powers of mind. Okay, that's the topic today that we'll be discussing. Um, As always, I'm not going to say like point wise anything. We'll just randomly discuss about it, how a person can really improve his healing powers or whatever he has in his body, mind, how to like operate through that on others and self both, where you can help yourself and others to heal in whatever condition it may be. Like it might be mental stress or whatever, like weak mind or then weak body, any physical problem, any ailments, any viral infections. Yes, of course, one thing I would like, suddenly I came up with the word viral infection. That is a bit difficult. I know it does not. It takes its own time to heal. But still, at least you can have the power to keep yourself in a good state in that condition also. Okay, so that is what I meant. It is not about healing that thing at immediate this thing. Okay, so that is what I wanted to like correct myself over there. Now, healing power, yes, of course, every single mind, every single person has his own powers. Some are underdeveloped, some are developed, some are extraordinary, and some are miraculous. Okay, whatever. So it depends upon the person to person how it happens, or how much they've developed to the past karmas or whatever actions they've done. Now it can you can develop that through many areas, like there are many methods also. You can say whatever. There is Bhakti Marga, योग Marga, whatever. And of course, इसमें meditation आ गया, आपका प्राणायाम आ गया. फिर then your service is what you do throughout the life. Like, okay, there are people who like serve very um, unselfishly or like devoted. Like that also actually the mind becomes very steady in that case also, because the person is like satisfied or is happy with what he is doing, and suddenly the mind goes into a vacuum or whatever it is. It happens suddenly. It will happen. It is not like कि अभी होगा hard and fast. It can take 1 year, 10 year, 20 years, whatever, I don't know, but definitely it happens because your mind, it is the mind which really becomes powerful slowly. Okay, even such people also who are like devoted, like bhakti mein, maya marg mein, service ka, means they are serving people or they are doing extraordinary good work. So means automatically उनका development होता है, नहीं होता है ऐसा नहीं है. So वी कैन डिनाई दैट ऑल्सो. स्लोली जैसे कि उनका ब्रेथ तो कंट्रोल में आने लगता है ऑटोमेटिकली, एंड एक फ्लुएंसी बन जाती है, एक रिदम बन जाता है. माइंड एक्स्ट्राऑर्डिनरीली कॉन्सेंट्रेट कर पाता है क्योंकि वो एक अनसेल्फिशनेस, यानी किसी भी तरह का कोई ये नहीं है, मतलब नहीं है, मतलब से कोई करता है ना काम या रिश्ता जो जोड़ता है, वो नहीं है यहाँ पर. तो ऑटोमेटिकली उसका माइंड फ्रेश हो जाता है. Enough of space is created for absorbing that power from the atmosphere or cosmos or whatever you call, or from the gods, deities. वो मिलता है उनको. That blessing is always there. So these people have that healing powers, I'm telling you. I mean to say that I'm coming to the point that way कि बाबा नहीं, these people have that healing power. Now the issue is, or the criteria is whether they know it how to operate or not. That is also a big thing. It's not about gathering the power. If you have enough power, still if you don't know operate, then it is useless. If I am having a certain thing in my body, and if I do, sometimes I know or I don't know, whatever it may be. But if you are having it and you are unable to transfer or give the person opposite to you or yourself how to heal or cure that thing, you have everything. The whole thing is there inside you, but still you are not able to. Then what is the use of that? So learning that thing is also very important. So that is what we are going to talk about it. Ki how you are going to heal. Even if you have power, how you are going to operate on that. The basics are always going to remain the same. There will be never be a change in that. The thought force, the concentration, the meditation, the pranayama, the food habits, discipline, the way you sleep, how much you sleep, when you get up, all these are common factors which are always going to be the same everywhere, wherever you go in the world. So don't expect from me or any other teacher like there will be some miraculous method and it will happen. Yes, there are. I know. आजकल तो बहुत बड़ा ट्रेंड है कि जो तंत्र और मंत्र और सब चल रहा है बहुत मतलब इट्स लाइक जस्ट फैल रहा है. ओके, अच्छे काम के लिए यूज करते हो अच्छी बात है. ग्रेट. If you are using and healing people and whatever like things are happening good, I we all should be happy about it. ऐसा नहीं कि वो चीज़ खराब होती है. मैं किसी को ऐसा नहीं डालूंगा कि वो चीज़ हमेशा खराब ही होती है. नहीं, आप चाहो तो अच्छे के लिए यूज करो. You can heal people through that also. But definitely I don't know anything about it, so I can't lecture on that. Yes, I have heard or seen or whatever little, but definitely I don't want to talk on that because I don't have the actual knowledge about it. So that practice is different, and we are talking about some different thing. Like we are talking about a healing process through like all these energies, like the pure energy, the chi energy or whatever you call that, reiki. अपने इंडिया में हम लोग जो बोलते हैं प्राण शक्ति से हम लोग हील करते हैं. मैग्नेटिज्म है, मेस्मेरिज्म है, सब जो कुछ भी है, हिप्नोसिस है, everything is there. So it is all correlated. But definitely, I again and again say basics are the same everywhere. If your base is not strong, all these things are useless. You can't work on it, or you can't even force like you apply that force to heal others also. आप स्ट्रांग नहीं हो तो नहीं होगा. आप स्ट्रांग हो और आपको मेथड पता है तो 2 मिनट में भी हो जाएगा, 2 घंटे में भी होगा. ज्यादा है तो थोड़ा टाइम भी लगेगा, वट एवर. But definitely you should know what you're doing. Without that, you're not, it's not able to like you're not able to do that. So how to heal? The simple method is like when you meditate, when you do your pranayamas, you're gathering enough energy from the atmosphere, from the cosmos, from the gods, everywhere, like all the good energies, whatever you like, whatever you think or whatever mantra you use or whatever God's name you utter, like you do chanting and all, and you are gathering energies continuously. एक storage बन रहा है. Okay, great. Now, while giving it on yourself for certain purpose, certain ailment, or then whenever you are trying to heal others, that time you're going to use the same thing, but the application will be in a proper way. Like, so most important thing, how you are concentrating on the area or the person who has that problem, on which particular part of the body or the mind, what the levels of stress or depression or whatever it is, you have to use that perfectly. Okay. Even when you talk or counsel or whatever hypnosis commands you use or direct healing you use or you say prana shakti or magnetism or that hypnosis you use, you should be able to work or throw off the proper होना चाहिए जो हम लोग जब हीलिंग करते हैं. वो थ्रो ऑफ में इसलिए बोला क्योंकि वो मैग्नेटिज्म हिप्नोसिस में बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है कि हम लोग टच मेथड यूज करते हैं जहाँ पे. तो वहाँ वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट हो जाता है कि हम लोग कैसे देते रहे और दे रहे हैं तो वो जा रहा है कि नहीं, हमको पता भी तो चलना चाहिए ना कि भाई ये सामने वाले में जा रहा है मेरी एनर्जी के, वो उसको यूज हो रहा है. He is receiving, he or she, whoever it is they are receiving the energy from me. That you will be able to know only when the opposite person will tell you, yes, something is happening, something good is happening. So that is very important. Of course, if your vibrations are very powerful, your thought force is very powerful, you've collected a lot of energy, then it becomes a bit easier to pass the energies. And if you are like at the shallow level, or then it may take more time to concentrate, more time to pass on the energies. It is the same. जितना आपका बस जेब भरा हुआ है उतना ही खर्चा कर सकोगे ना, वैसा वाला बात है यहाँ पर भी कि भाई आप जितना एनर्जी जमा कर रहे हो वही यूटिलाइज होगा ना. एवरी टाइम एवरी मोमेंट यू कैन लाइक चालू है तो करो. आपको पता चल जाएगा, जो करते हैं उनको पता है। तो of course, if you are at the highest level, then yes, you can heal hundreds of people at one time, no issues. But उतना एनर्जी भी चाहिए, उतना कर्मा भी चाहिए, उतना पावर भी चाहिए, सब चाहिए. So you have to grow that way. You just can't say, okay, I can do that. One to one or the few, okay, I understand ki people can do it. But when you say that at a mass scale, then that mental approach, that thought force, the words that you use, they should be perfect. They should be at like higher level power. Like, okay, you are using it and it's happening. So that is very important. Acha. When you are doing this, even the person or the people around you are sitting next to you or around you, it may be one, two, 10, or a whole mass of mob. How much they believe in you. That is very important also. Like it's not about one-way traffic here when it comes to like a lot of people. Then the how much they worship you or care about your words, like okay, you are such an important person or you know something, how much they believe in you, how much faith is there on you. That is very important because then it becomes a two-way give and take. Because then you are able to transfer it much easier because वो तो उधर रिसीव करने के लिए तैयार बैठा है पब्लिक. The people who are sitting around you, if they are ready to receive, they are very much positive about you, then it becomes more easier. The approach becomes a bit like easier. Okay, I'm talking and I'm really able to pass that. You're able to pass that through words or through energies or through your eyes, whatever it is. So understand. First, develop yourself. How much practice you do, how much energy you gather, how much concentration power you have developed. All these things are. For developing this, the easiest way is daily practice and, as I said, always discipline of living. Like eat simple and healthy food where it does not actually make your body toxic. That is the most simple word I can use. Like बॉडी को तामस बनाओगे ताकत तो मुश्किल होता है थोड़ा. हम लोग खुद ही अगर उसमें है तो एनर्जी उतनी फास्ट ट्रांसफर करना इजी नहीं होता है. ये अगर मैं कुछ उल्टा सीधा खाता हूँ 10 दिन और मैं एक्सरसाइज नहीं करता, मेरा बॉडी टॉक्सिक हो गया, खटास हो गया है, अब एक तरह का तामसिक लग रहा है हमको. हम उतना इजीली नहीं कर सकते ये बात. अगर हम जो भी हीलर्स है इसको देखेंगे वीडियो को तो ये बात तो आपको माननी पड़ेगी. बिकॉज व्हेन द बॉडी बिकम्स इन दैट कंडीशन द माइंड ऑल्सो बिकम्स अ बिट अनसेटल्ड. लाइक 100% कॉन्सेंट्रेशन नहीं होता है ऐसे वक्त पे. तो तभी हीलिंग पावर स्लो हो जाता है. If I'm wrong somewhere, people can send any text or whatever. Like ये जो जो देखेंगे उनके लिए. If I'm right, then yes, great. If I'm wrong, then please correct me. तो ये अगर आपको हील करना है तो एक कांस्टेंट कंसिस्टेंसी चाहिए, उसके बगैर नहीं हो सकता. गॉड ब्लेस्ड होते हैं कुछ लोग, दे आर born with that energy. That is a different case. So I'm not talking about those people, please, or any saint or a born yogi or a deity. I'm not talking about those people. We are talking about as a normal person who is developing himself and going to heal or whatever he is doing, right? So for himself or others. So if he is developing, then he has to go through certain habits and disciplines. So remember, it is not that okay, it's a very smooth walk or something like that. Everywhere, wherever you go, you have to do something. Without that, nothing can happen. Yeah. So even if you don't want to do anything, you have to sit still. Still, like you should know how to sit still. That is also so important. Sitting idle and sitting in stillness is two different things. Okay. So even if you are sitting there, you should know whether you're idle or sitting in stillness. That is also very important. You're breathing. Is your breathe proper or improper? That also you should know. 24 hours, are you breathing properly? Okay, whenever you sit down to do your breathing exercise or pranayam to gather that energy, prana, so then you should know how you are doing it. Is it right, wrong? Am I really gathering or then I'm just like messing up the things? So you should be able to observe yourself and what you are actually taking in, like absorbing. You should be able to know that. Without that, It's not possible. So everything needs that particular channel, or then you can say that knowledge. You should be knowing, and when it happens, like okay, you are with a group or a teacher or then yourself, yet अगर वो अपने अंदर लाना है आना है तो you have to practice ना. Without that it is not possible only ना. ऐसा तो नहीं है कि मैंने आपको हाथ लगा दिया और आप में सारा पावर आ गया 2 मिनट में और आप तीसरे को दे रहे हो. We are not that level no still. Are we? If yes, then great. I would be like happy that there are such people around there in this group or seeing the video. So great, but it's very rare. Thousands and lakhs of people one come out like that. So uh, let's talk as a normal human being and how we can grow, how we can heal. That is far better, no? So healing energy, you can use it. A common person can use simple hypnosis or mesmerism, like whatever. Still, in mesmerism or the touch method or what we call that magnet and all, like we feel and the vibration. There you have to develop. You have to really concentrate hard or do that. You have to gather that prana shakti or chi energy, whatever it is. Okay, so to gather that. But under a hypnosis or a counseling that we call, your language power, your vocabulary should be good, simple, understandable to the opposite person, where you are able to do that. So that also makes a big difference. It can heal people, it can clear people of many things. It's not that you have to be only powerful. Even if you know a proper language, still you can do that. If you are using a proper language, a proper words like that commands or the advice you're giving, if it is really proper now, then of course it will change the other person's life, like whatever it is, mentally or physically, whatever the problem is, definitely they will feel the change. So it is not about power always. Even your presentation or your words or your way of approaching on your presenting, that time that is also important. It's not only about one thing. Now a certain person comes, for example, he comes to me and approaches me for please heal me. And for suppose I don't have any power, I'm not practicing anything, and I'm just a normal person, but I'm speaking good. I know the technique or the way to talk to people so that they feel good. That feel good factor also works many times. It's not that it does not work. Remember, this is also very important thing, which many people do. I think when many times when we sit with someone, like we feel better suddenly. All that pains vanish away, and you start like feeling like good. Okay, 1 घंटा उनके साथ बैठा था मुझे अच्छा लगा. That thing happens. It is natural. A person's ability to talk in that way, if they have it, they are blessed with that. So great, no issue. It will happen. If you want to go, if you are practitioner, or then if you're really doing that social work or then that things for others, then definitely a little bit of sitting is important. Doing a pranayam for maybe half an hour, 1 hour, or more than that, 2 hours, whatever you want. Sitting down in meditation. There are many methods in that deep, like if you go deeper, then there are many things. But yes, the base always remains the same. The alphabets will remain the same, that is A to Z. If you understand A to Z well, then you can easily create words, paraphrases, sentences, essays, everything. You can write a book. Base is that you should know your alphabets properly. The basics should be good. Otherwise, it's a bit shaky ground. Like you know everything, still you don't know the basic. How will you apply? So this is the biggest question always. तो application करने के लिए basics अच्छा चाहिए. That is the thing. So I myself, like I do one thing. I just practice more and more of breathing. जितने देर हो सकेगा chance means whatever. Like if I feel like I'll close my eyes and sit down. It's very important because that will only give me energy. Now without that, How can I do it? So that is there. So much important. So much important. We ignore those things, but we have to do that if we really want to grow in that thing. Like, okay, we are going to be healers, or then even if we want to heal ourselves. Okay. At the same time, some people are like they'll keep on hammering positive or the negative sentence. अगर आप बोलेंगे मैं बीमार हूँ 100 बार दिन में तो आप जरूर 2-4 दिन बाद बीमार गिरोगे तो लेट्स टॉक गुड कि आई एम बेटर आई एम फीलिंग बेटर आई एम साउंड आई एम हेल्दी एंड एवरीथिंग इन पॉजिटिव थिंग्स बी इट एनीथिंग योर वर्क प्लेस whatever it is just try to be positive. Yes, everything is going to be my way. Hammer it hundreds of times daily. It will work. If not fully, at least to a certain extent, things will happen. If you want to gather 1,000 rupees, for example, when you're positive and you're approaching or applying a certain method or sentence, hammering yourself in that way, at least you'll be able to gather 3, 4, 5, 600, whatever it is. So it's positive, no? It's a good result. No, nothing bad has happened. So, okay. So that is how it is. Here also it is same. The application is here. How much energy you are gathering. So that a disease or a problem or anything, when it comes, it has to first face that energies. आज अगर मैं 4-5 बीमार लोगों के बीच में बैठा हूँ बाई चांस एंड I have done enough of my exercises. Say, suppose I did it for 4 hours meditation and my pranayama and all, and I sit down in front of them, and a normal person is sitting. तो ऑफ कोर्स कम्युनिकेबल डिजीज होगा तो उसको पहले पकड़ेगी, मुझे थोड़ा लेट पकड़ेगा या नहीं भी होगा. पॉसिबिलिटीज बढ़ जाती है कि मैं सेफ हूँ थोड़ा सा, बट अ नॉर्मल पर्सन में कैच अप विद दैट थिंग, दैट इन्फेक्शन. So this is where you are great. That is where you have that power. That application happens itself. Always remember. If you are practicing, then this is a bonus to you. आज अगर मैं हॉस्पिटल में भी जाता हूँ या किधर भी जाता हूँ तो इफ आई हैव गुड एनर्जी, दैट पावर इज देयर, दैट रेजिस्टेंस पावर इज देयर, दैट cosmic energy or whatever we gather, all types of energies, then that is that the chances are very less that you will get that infection because you already have that power to fight it. Stand a weak person or a person who is pessimist or someone, he will just see and get that infection because immediately catches. His mind is weak, his body is weak, his thinking is weak, thought is very weak, everything is, what will happen? So understand, keep your base very strong where you are able to really work on that. Without that, again and again, I'm telling this is fourth or fifth time, without that, it is not that easy or possible. And if it is happening, then you are a blessed one. I would again say, ki bhai, great, you are born like that. But yes, we are humans and we have the ability to heal ourselves and others also. And we body, your mind, brain, everything. Okay. So we are able to actually go far ahead also in that. Not about like only we are stuck up at one place. God has given us brains. So we can go at the higher step. That is why we are here, no, as human beings. We are born because as humans because we can elevate or then we can grow to a higher stage of life where we understand what is the difference between we as a social animal and the other animals. We as a human being where we can put up the stage higher. And if people are believing in rebirth or then the soul has to evolve or then elevate to a higher level, then after death also, then great if you are a believer because that things are true. It's not that somebody is faking or that is wrong. There are debates going on in this world. And I think we shouldn't be bothered. If you are believers, then be firm about your belief because it has to happen. Every single religion or every single person who is little also attached to his deity, God, or religion, or his whatever he believes, the faith in, he or she or whoever the person is, whenever we talk, like for example, we talk, okay, when we die, we have to go to some people, मैं मेरे भगवान के पास जा रहा हूँ, मैं मेरे अल्लाह के पास जा रहा हूँ, मैं जीसस के, but you say, no, so you're going that, that means death is not the end. Death is not the end. It is so simple. It is already proved in these three sentences. When a person who is going to die says, मेरा वक्त आ गया है, मैं भगवान के पास जा रहा हूँ, अल्लाह के पास जा रहा हूँ, जीसस के पास जा रहा हूँ, ये तो हर कम्युनिटी का आदमी बोलता है ना। तो फिर आप बोलोगे एक ही बार जिंदा हूँ, मर जाऊंगा, मिट्टी बन जाऊंगा, तो दैट इज फॉल्स. नो नीड टू प्रूव. नो नीड टू प्रूव. डोंट यू थिंक? यही से मैं मिट्टी में दफन हो जाऊंगा, मेरे सब खत्म हो जाएगा. अरे इफ यू नो सो मच देन व्हाई यू आर टेलिंग दैट आई एम गोइंग टू दैट डेटी, मेरे कृष्ण के पास जाऊंगा, मेरे अल्लाह के पास जाऊंगा, मेरे जीसस के पास जाऊंगा, या मेरे सिख गुरुद्वारा के जो नाथ है उनके पास. वाई? अगर खत्म ही हो गया तो वाई यू आर सेइंग सो कि मैं वहां जाने वाला हूँ? कोई मुझे आंसर देगा ये यूट्यूब देखने का तो मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगेगा कि आप ऐसा क्यों बोलते हो फिर मरने से पहले, या शायद अभी से भी बोलते होंगे कितने लोग वहां जाके जवाब दे रहे हैं. अरे वहां जाके जवाब, आप बोल रहे हो दूसरी जिंदगी नहीं है, वी डोंट बिलीव इन रीबर्थ, दिस दैट हीलिंग एंड ऑल. नाउ व्हाई यू आर टॉकिंग लाइक दिस? इज माय क्वेश्चन वायबल और नॉट? यू टेल मी. सो सी, everybody has that fear but they don't show it. सो बी रेडी ना, बी एक्सेप्ट एक्सेप्ट करो ना उस चीज को. क्यों डर रहे हो? हाँ भाई, मुझे किसी के पास जाना है जो मेरे से ऊपर बैठा है वहां. आपको पता है सब, बिकॉज योर सोल इज टेलिंग योर सेल्फ दैट दिस इज गोइंग टू हैपन, एंड येट यू, वी ऑल लाइक मेनी पीपल, वी lying ourselves and others. You are not healing yourself, you are not evolving or elevating on the higher level. Inside you know you have to do it. तो आप वहाँ, you get stuck up. Instead of growth, you are there or you're coming down. तो आप तो सबसे बड़ी हीलिंग से वंचित हो गए, हट गए वहां से. क्यों? जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ ए पेसिमिस्ट थॉट और दैट रॉन्ग थॉट और दैट नेगेटिव थॉट. ऐसे वक्त पे क्या होता है कि आप हील करने जाते हो ना तो कम हो जाता है, मीन्स यू आर नॉट एबल टू डू इट प्रॉपरली. Your subconscious believes that it is going to go again and again into a rebirth or somewhere else. Your brain is telling you no, but the subconscious knows it has to go. The soul has to go somewhere again and again. So don't do it. I think it's better that you accept. That is my personal view. It is nothing like hard and fast or something like proof and all. You yourself see now when you sit in front of the mirror and see how you're healing yourself, growing yourself, where you're going to go. Every single word you catch up, you'll get your own answers. No need for a teacher at that time. No need for any guidance. अगर आप सच्चे हो तो आपको पता है आप क्या कर रहे हो, है ना? सो दिस इज ऑल्सो ग्रेट हीलिंग वेयर थिंग्स स्टार्ट हैपनिंग टू यू. आई एम टेलिंग यू, थिंग्स स्टार्ट हैपनिंग. बुराई से अच्छा होने लगेगा, गिरे हुए तो उठने लगेगे, लॉसेस में हो तो कहीं ना कहीं स्लोली ऊपर आओगे. ये ऑटोमेटिक हीलिंग होगा. स्टार्ट बिलीविंग. And it is nothing bad that you have self-confidence and you feel that, okay, I am the one, I can do anything, and nothing wrong with it. I'm not against that also. Don't believe. If you're not believing in any religion or any God, any deity, don't believe. I'm not telling that believe it. But at last when you say, I can do that, भाई बहुत लोग वो डायलॉग मारते हैं कि और होता है ना हमारे जीवन के, हम खुद शिल्पकार है. ग्रेट. हमारे अंदर जो बैठा है ना सबकॉन्शियस, वही तो वो करवा रहा है ना. तो देर इज समथिंग नो इनसाइड, वो तो आपको बिलीव करना पड़ेगा. तो दैट इज गोइंग टू हील यू, दैट इज गोइंग टू इम्प्रूव यू, दैट इज गोइंग टू मेक यू स्टैंड. एंड यू हैव अ फेथ, तो फिर वो फेथ से थोड़ा डबल हो जाता है पावर, थोड़ा एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी कॉन्फिडेंस आ जाता है. तो दैट इज ऑल्सो एज इम्पोर्टेंट. Because energy is going to remain the same, whether you believe it or not. That is very important. So please, don't become like stubborn. Then just because you want to prove yourself, like बोलते हैं ना भाई मैं बराबर हूँ मैं सच्चा हूँ ओके ग्रेट बट डोंट बिकम सो स्टबर्न दैट यू विल लूज योरसेल्फ व्हाट यू आर गोइंग टू गेट जो आपको गिफ्ट मिलने वाली है नेचर से या जो पावर मिलने वाले हैं उसको आप खुद रोक रहे हो ना तो दरवाजे खोलो so that you get gain something stop अभी फॉर एग्जांपल मैं एक सादा एग्जांपल दूंगा पैसे के बारे में अगर आपके नसीब में 10 करोड़ लिखे हैं और आप ऐसी स्टबर्ननेस में रहोगे 2-3 करोड़ में ही एंड अप हो जाएगी लाइफ तो ओपन अप take the whole amount of 10 crores of life. That is what even in the same thing is over here spiritually also or your soul part also. Let the soul grow now. Why you want to stop it at only 2 points? Let it go to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.9 point. Whatever it has to. Why you are stopping it? Because this heals not only your mind, your body also, where you're going to go also, whatever it is. At the same time, many ailments will clear off because of that faith, because of that belief, because of that strongness in you. It's not only about hypnosis or then some passing your chi energies, what the topic is. I'm talking off the a bit out of the track, I know that. But these things work if you do it. These common things we never accept, and that is why we are many times like stuck up. Many times we stuck up. No? So we don't get answers. I too have gone through this phase. Right now also I'm going to. But what happens if you believe at least some road is open, some space is open for you to get out of it? No, no, no. It's not about only like riches or great powers and everything. Wherever you stand, that ability should be there to improve. Whether be it your profession, whether be it your house, uh, it can be relationships, whether it can be your disease, ailments, anything it can be. If you have that openness, that you have created that space, then many things will happen. Just because of your stubbornness, if you're not allowing anything to come to you, then it's not other people's fault or God's fault or nature's fault. Nobody. You are to be blamed. No? Open your doors for that healing to happen. So please understand yourself first, then others. That is the best thing I can tell you. Like, understand how you are thinking, understand what you are thinking, understand what is happening inside, how the process is taking place inside your heads, how your thought force is working, the belief, the non-belief. That will bring you to a certain spot where you will be able to operate on yourself. And when you know that, then it becomes easy to operate on other people also. Much easier. And the healing will happen rapidly. Ah, suppose if I get a boil over here and suddenly and I am a healer. So if I know it how to heal myself, okay, मैंने अभी ये मेरे को बॉयल है तो मुझे इसको खत्म करना है कैसे भी 2 घंटे 4 घंटे एक दिन में 2 दिन में तो आई शुड नो दैट एबिलिटी टू डू इट if I do it on that thing then it becomes easy for me to do others also how to apply that energy otherwise okay it's a bit long process then trying and trying no it will happen definitely because you have worked out then definitely it has to happen the way you're applying your force has to happen today or tomorrow. It can become late, but it is not that it will not happen. And the willingness should be there. Ki Baba, okay, I can stop there. I can wait for a few days. or like my faith is such that okay, it is going to happen today, tomorrow, 10 days after, but it will happen and it will happen. The healing will take place. But if you like you lost yourself on the in between on the road, if you just come off track, you lose the whole thing right from the day one in between. So again to develop that faith or come back on the track, it becomes a bit difficult. Sorry. बीटने आई वुड से मोर डिफिकल्ट, क्योंकि जब आप स्टक करते हो ना, तो वो जो थिन थ्रेड है, जो आपका फेथ है 100%, टूट जाता है पूरा, दो टुकड़ा हो जाता है उसका. दैट इज वेयर द बिग लॉसेस. इफ यू बिलीव समथिंग, बिलीव 100%. Faith, they say faith may move, make the mountains move or all that thing. Some dialogue is there. I don't. Some proverb is there, no? So कहते हैं ना, फेथ रखोगे तो माउंटेन्स भी हिल सरका सकते हो. तो वही वाली बात है यहाँ पर. यू कांट बी लाइक डबल माइंडेड. It won't work. Even if it works, it will work to a certain extent. And suddenly, if it works, then you're luck. Then you're lucky guy that it happened. But if you want to really like be there, then you believe 100%. If you're not 100%, then definitely 19-20 होता रहेगा. Believe, believe fully. Again and again, I'm repeating the words. If you, there should be no space. You are like little bit shaky, even 1%. इवन इफ यू बिलीव इन योर सेल्फ, यार खुद के आत्मा पे, खुद के सबकॉन्शियस पे, खुद के माइंड पे भरोसा है, खुद के बॉडी पे भरोसा है, तो पूरा रखो ना. पूरा रखो, विल गेट गुड रिजल्ट्स. Not talking always about spirituality or some deity or some statue or some whatever the beliefs are of people. I'm not talking about that. But it should be 100% whatever it is. आधा अधूरा से कुछ नहीं होगा. Then also you are tested. I'm telling you, there are many people who are being tested in those conditions also. And those who give up, so that is the end of the road. And those who are really fighting, okay, I'm still there. One day they will get something. So these healings do happen. The big ones I'm talking. This is what I was talking was not about healing a certain thing कि मेरा सर दर्द हुआ, मेरा हाथ दुखा, मेरा पाँव दुख गए. This is all nonsense, all little things. I'm talking about a bit of a higher thing where if you really believe, the healing will take place. A natural, mentally, physically, evolvement, the elevation or the growing the steps of the soul, it will happen. Now, tolerance is also very important. If you are able to tolerate many things, that is also very important. If you're able to like manage the hunger, manage the anger, manage all those things easily, then again you are a great healer. Remaining hungry for a day or two or 10 days without any frustration is not easy. It's healing. Your ability to work the body at the same way like what it was when you are eating food. Means you're a great healer, I would say. When you are there in a certain work out there or whatever it can be, any subject where you're able to like easily handle that situation without any frustration or without any anger or whatever, like then you are a great healer. It's always not about like playing magics. These are all healings. Today, if something does not go my way, I should have that power to hold on. Yes, it will happen tomorrow. That is also healing because in that condition, how I apply myself, how I stay, whether I am peaceful, calm or not, whether I am frustrated, whether I am angry. So these things all matter, every single thing matters. And when you're steady enough, the healing also takes place. The body remains as it is without any sickness and all, because you have understood the concept. Okay, this is the way the life operates, or the body operates, or the mind operates. No achievement is there afterwards. It's only about time. But at that moment, if you are not, then you are somewhere weak. We all are weak at that moment. Suddenly something happens and we really caught up in that net. That time we all go through that, no? Suddenly that willpower and all those lectures we forget. We forget all those things, all spiritual big things we forget at that moment. It happens. We are humans. But still, get up from there and immediately follow what you are doing. Healing is not a definition, it's a process which will ever go on in life and beyond life. So there is no end to all these things. Okay. The more you go inside, the more it will happen. Not about only as I said before, sometimes, oh, come here, your head is paining, I'll remove it. And you do certain things and it goes away within 2 5 minutes. It's not about that. These are all very minor things, I tell you. Where you show all this and you keep, we charge people and all. Okay, we have our own families to feed. Okay, great, I could do it. But definitely the process is very different. It's a long one. It goes on happening every moment, 24 hours in our life. Healing powers to it's how to heal your life, like whatever we are talking about. So it's a process. You can't say definition है मैंने किया और हो गया बस I am done. मेरे को डिग्री मिल गई. No, this degree like it's a ongoing process, the whole thing. So it's not a one day process. Lifetime है. So see that you practice again and again. I'll say till now. There is no ending. Sorry, as I told you, at least till you understand some things of what is going on. Because knowing 100% is not that easy. आप कोई योगी नहीं बन जाने वाले हो. बने तो ग्रेट, हम सब आपके पास आएंगे. हम हमारे हम आपको भी प्रणाम करेंगे भाई, उसमें क्या. ग्रेट इफ यू रियली ग्रो अप एट दैट स्टेज, वी ऑल विल बी हैप्पी. बट it's a process. You have to still go ahead. This is natural healing item. When you practice, many ailments just vanish away. Many mental disabilities or your wrong thoughts go away naturally. For that, you don't need a lecture or a book. It naturally happens. Even in the worst of tensions, if you are practicing that, I tell you that even if you are angry or hatred, or still inside you know that something good is happening. At least you won't be afraid of whatever the consequences may be. Even death is there, okay, great. Let it come. That should be a healing. है ना. हम जिस हीलिंग की बात करते हैं, टॉपिक लेके बैठ गए और बोलेंगे हाँ मैंने इसका हाथ अच्छा किया, पाँव अच्छा किया, इसको डिप्रेशन था थोड़ा ठीक है. ग्रेट, ओके. दोज आर ऑल लाइक एक लेवल है, उसके बाद सब अलग है दुनिया. Once you understand that, these healings become very easy to remove a person from depression, to remove a person from pain, stress, body pain. It becomes easy. Once you have like, gone above that step, it becomes easy. Even if you talk, the person opposite to you will get healed. Forget about doing any all those things like what we do okay when we heal. So no need. You're a grown-up child. Of course, you're grown up, but still you have to grow. You have to go on and on. It's not ended. The road is not ended. It's a never-ending road, never-ending story. But your abilities to heal yourself becomes common thing in your life. Sit with someone, okay, he's healed. Great. Sit with yourself, you have some problem, okay, you're healed. But again, as a human being, again, there is one thing I always say: be disciplined in your food, habits, whatever, how you're staying, when you sleep, when you get up, how much you sleep, how much not, the way you approach or talk to people or not, whether you means you feel that irritations or not. See, observe yourself. ये सारी चीजें आपको एक तरह से ऐसे लेके आएगी कि वो ऑटो हीलिंग होने लगेगा फिर लाइफ में. Then you will not require that things what you call how to develop your powers for healing and all, like it will start happening, man. Start happening. That is more important according to me. एक कोर्स करके क्या कर लोगे हीलिंग का? 2 5 10 20 हज़ार दे के एक कोर्स करके क्या कर लोगे? कितने लोग हैं जो प्रैक्टिस करते हैं आगे जाके? मैंने जहाँ तक देखा है लोग चाय पीने जाते हैं, वो लंच में क्या था, शाम को इवनिंग में ब्रेकफास्ट क्या था, and they end up talking at that 1 or 2 days and then nothing. If there are 20 people over there, hardly 1 or 2 practice. बाकी सब एज इट इज रूटीन चालू रहता है उनका ऑफिस या बिजनेस. It's a fact. What I have seen when I went to many places, like when I went for a course and they just talk about something different. एक्साइटमेंट होता है, क्यूरियोसिटी होती है, लेकिन उतने टाइम के लिए, बाद में कुछ नहीं. टाइम नहीं मिला, मैं इधर था उधर था, ऑल द स्टॉक स्टार्ट. बट द मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट इज दिस व्हाट दे फॉरगेट. Why you came? What was the purpose of learning that healing? I don't think 90% of the people are gone out of it. Hardly 5 to 10% really care about that, and hardly more than 2 3% people will really like practice it. So that is how the result is, end result. And you're missing such a beautiful thing of life, called healing or called the practice. What you're doing. I know I always talk about the track, but these are the things actually is the track, which people don't do. Learning technically a pranayam or a meditation, understanding doing it, okay, great. But still people don't remove time. I've seen. हाँ मुझे आता है लेकिन आज टाइम नहीं मिला. दिस इज अ कॉमन आंसर यू विल गेट वेयर यू. अरे लेट हो गया उठने को, फिर मैं बात करने गया, फिर मैंने नाश्ता किया और फिर पेट में मेरे खाना था तो मैंने प्राणायाम नहीं किया. दिल गिव यू ऑल रीजंस. दिल गिव यू ऑल रीजंस. इट्स अ कॉमन थिंग. So if you really want to practice, practice it. That is my advice or my suggestion, and definitely changes will happen. Uh, um, Healing process. If there were people like uh, right now, few people are there, but definitely I would like to execute also how we heal people. Um, Suppose you have pain on a certain part of your body or then mentally also, like you're upset or whatever, definitely we can do that. We'll have a session for that also, see how to do it, and definitely I'll do that. It's nothing okay, Baba, we don't want to do that or then we don't want to show nothing. It's all common thing, many people can do it. It's not about me. So I don't want to boast or like show off the things like, okay, great, I know this and that. Many people know it, so nothing great about it. But really, are you helping the person well? Well, we'll do that next Thursday or Friday whenever I'll have a lecture on that. Definitely we'll do that. If there are people who are having some problem, please come up on the board, available, be online, and we'll try to heal you, whatever it is. And there is no fees for that, mind it. There is no charges for that. We'll try that you get healed, and so that you understand, okay, the healing takes place, how it takes place. It happens. We are no gods. It's only about energy, how it is created and how it is transferred or how it is given to you in a certain positive way. Simple. So definitely, already I think it's time up. So I would like to stop here, and we'll continue the topic in the next week on this lecture only, the same topic only, and we'll do it execution in practical way. If you get your people around, your relative or friend, okay, get it. We'll talk on that. We'll execute also. Practically, we'll do that. Yes, fine. So let's stop it over here. And thank you for hearing me.
Thank you, Hemantji.
Yeah.
Anything you want to share?
Yes. Even listening to Hemant Ji so is a healing process. I look forward to this because I carry a lot of baggage now.
Yes.
So when I sit down here, I get assurance that I just am observing in life. I don't have to really participate in this and that. I just have to observe. I remain neutral. Empathy is there, but I do not get involved. I just get one step ahead. And finding that, like most, I have patients. As a polymath, I have patients. They are referred to by doctors to me, or they come walking to see me. But it's very unconventional in the sense that I discovered early in my practice that 90% of people talk 90% of the time. So no one to listen. So I don't go and see strings or so much. If I listen to you, I get the answers automatically coming within me. This got fixed. That was this because everything was in place. I feel healed. Okay, this thing went off. I do look at the 7 charts every day. I look at them unconsciously, subconsciously, cognitively. But I find that it's a process, like you mentioned. It's a process. It's something that we regard as a principle of life. And I don't know sometimes what I'm going to write in my ebook. So it's going to look like an autobiography. There's so many very spicy stuff there because of my previous career as a cop and now as a leader. Wow. And I'm 67 now. I'm still studying. I'm still trying to, prepare more than I'm taking. Because a lot of changes have taken place on
Yes.
the horizon because of the COVID and all that. So due respect to a lot of healers out there, and they have, all kinds of healing methods. I respect that. And some of their patients are very excited about it. I'm still drawn to this mode of self-healing and getting the power of the cosmos. Because we are part of the cosmos.
Yes.
We just realign ourselves here.
That's right.
And this type of marine platform here with you, Hemantji, was so rejuvenating, if I can use that word. Yeah. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Premji. And thank you, Hemantji. And
Okay.
we look forward to the practical session next.
Yes, next week we are going to do that. I think if anybody has some pain or any problem, we'll bring them over here. So that we'll do that as much possible. I'll do it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Hemantji. Thank you,
Okay.
everyone. And see